Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone and welcome to Millennial and Mom. Today we're going to be talking about Married at First Sight, San Diego, season 15, Decision Day. Now, was anyone surprised at that decision day? Who said yes, who said no, who stayed together, who didn't, all the good stuff. So I would like to say hello to everyone. Hello to everyone in the replay gang. Hello to everyone in the chat. Welcome. I'm going to drop the link for anybody who wants to join. I appreciate you being here. And we'll get started in just a moment. We'll let some people come in if they want to come in and go from there. So thank you for joining me. Hi, Dolores. How are you today? I'm doing pretty good. Hi, Universal Advocate. Hello, everybody. So I'll just wait to see if anyone else comes on or else we'll get started. So I'm going to have to say Married at First Sight San Diego was, wow. It was a different season for me. It was kind of dry this season. But at the same time, this decision day, and not just the decision day, but the preview for reunion, oh my goodness. I cannot believe what we heard coming from some of the people on decision day. On the reunion. So, wow. Yeah, that's going to be something else next week. I think it's going to be a lot more drama, more explosiveness than decision day did yesterday's episode. So, well, for those of you who are on right now, what did you think about decision day? Were the couples who you thought would say yes, or the couples that you didn't think would say yes or no, or split decisions? What you guys think? I believe that hi Devante, you made it on time. Yes, you did. I said it would be a split decision for Nate and Stasha and a split decision for Lindy and Miguel, but apparently they said yes. So there goes my split decision. I gave my firm no for Alexis and Justin. They surprised everybody, right? And then towards the end, she flipped the script. And then I said it would be a yes for Mitch and Kristen. So I guess I was just completely wrong on everybody. I'm not going to take credit for the Alexis and Justin just based off of what transpired towards the end of the episode. What'd you say, Devontae? I was shocked at Mitch. I was shocked at Mitch too. Kind of, sort of. I had gave them a split decision. Did I say split? No, I said, I don't know what I say anymore. I just think that Mitch this whole time was just going along with the flow. So I'm not sure if I was too surprised at that. I knew in my mind that Kristen personally should have said no. But either way, they decided this wasn't what they wanted to do. You were surprised Mitch said no? I don't know. Like I said, for me, the deal breaker, if I was Kristen, the deal breaker was a lot along the way, but the deal breaker was really, like I said, when he came back from that conference and he left that ring in the car, that if I was Kristen, that would have been a deal breaker for me. Just to remind everybody, that's where he said that, he went to the conference and he didn't want to have to explain to everybody that he was married from the CEO on down. And then he talked about the good time he had being away, he was being himself. He was being Mitch. So yeah, I was like, whew, all right. But Kristen hung in there for a while. So I guess I think she said she made the decision like the night before, but me personally, I've been made that decision. All right, so okay, I'll bring you up now then. Hello.
Oh, what's going on? That was quick.
I know. Well, to get us started. So, how are you this evening?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good. Solo today. But that's all right.
Oh, you
I might be
solo.
solo a little bit more because Cassandra got things to do in the evening time, so she may jump in now or later on in a future episodes. But if not, y'all got me.
You
It's
busy now? It's all right. It's all right.
okay.
Who was you just talking about?
Oh, I was just talking about in general, who was surprised at who said yes, who said no. I was just talking about reading the comments, what you said and Dolores said that y'all were shocked about Mitch saying no.
Yeah, because I was like, she was willing to change and do all this extra stuff that most women ain't gonna do for you. They're not gonna do
Right.
that. But I kind of think Mitch may have thought about it well, I was just on TV,
Uh-huh.
so maybe my DM's gonna be flooded with the dirty looking what you call them, hippie looking girl.
Okay. You
You
think so?
know, so
I
man.
think not Nate, excuse me. I think Mitch maybe he's remember that episode when, like I was saying, he took his ring off and he was like, oh yeah, when there was hot tub time. Maybe he got his eye on somebody at the job. It's possible.
Oh, you know what? It makes sense because he ain't
Mm-hmm.
wear that ring talking about he don't want to answer for nothing.
Right.
Think she'd
So
have gave him the confidence. He just need to get it. He went on this show so he could so he could break the seal.
something. I don't know what's going on. Dolores says Alexis is so fake. I wasn't surprised. She said yes, she has her own agenda. Alexis, first of all, she didn't. What it's a young thing. Millennials or whoever, younger people say, she played in our face. She weren't fooling me. I figured if she did say yes, then by reunion, there's no way she would have said, still together because they just didn't have that communication. We're always rooting for black love, but they weren't the match couple to me. They weren't. So Sharon says hello to you, Devante, and let's see, Dolores, Universal Advocate. So we lost you, Devante. If you need to mute, go ahead. But yeah, so do you all think that maybe Mitch may have his eye on someone at the job? Maybe, since he didn't take his ring and said, he didn't want to have to talk about him being married and stuff like that, because eventually this would have came on TV like it has now. So maybe he's got to, I don't know, explain why. I guess I don't know. I just don't understand why even bother coming on the show if you feel like you have to explain something. That don't even make sense. Like, again, what is the list of how these people get picked on the show? We talk about this every single time, every single time. But when Kristen at the end, when they were packing up to leave, she's like, nope, I thought maybe we could be friends, but nah, I can't even do that. I was like, okay, Kristen, you're just gonna be like, you know what, I just can't do this, period. So at least she was being honest.
I had to explain that whole situation to my wife.
Which part?
She didn't understand what Mitch was saying because she was like, "What did he say?" And I was just like, when they was talking with the group at the end, when she was
Uh-huh.
talking about leaving the door ajar or whatever, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, Christian, you still slow. Mitch said he's not attracted to you.
Right.
And I mean, he said you started to get funner, as y'all went along with the process. But I feel like that was just because he was stuck with you. And
Mm-hmm.
so once the process over, he just like, we could be friends, but that love, you ain't hear that from me. You heard that from her talk about leaving the
Right.
door of relationships. I said friends.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yes.
know. But Alexis was definitely the worst.
She was the worst. I want to get to them. Mitch don't have game like that. You don't think so? I think, you know what I think, Mitch low key, he might a little bit with his coworkers because he's, like he said, he works with a lot of young, hot women. That's what he said. So, I mean, maybe to keep him young. I don't know. The older surfer guy. I don't know. So,
So he said he ain't had sex in over what? It's been a long time, and he said not by my choice. So
well, I don't know. I don't
he
know.
may be
Well,
the creepy old man at the job. And they like, yeah.
that's what I'm starting to think. Creepy old man at the job.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, again, circling back around, I was surprised Kristen said no. I really was, because I just thought she was in it up until decision day, but we were
She
wrong.
was gonna say yes if he would have said yes, but he said no. She said if
Mm-hmm.
he want me, he gonna have to choose me, and he gonna have to give me the words of affirmation. So if he would have said, Christian, I only see you,
Uh-huh.
for you the only one for me, and I know I was wrong in the beginning, and I want to stay married, she would have been like, I almost said no, but I'm willing to give this a try, so you could be a good dog stepdad. You know, she would
Oh
have went
my gosh. I
her and
know.
Luna.
Her and Luna, yep, to the end. All right, well, let's move past them. Okay, so Nate and Stasia. I really thought that Nate and all his trauma and leading up to the last 2 episodes really was going to say no. I really thought that he wouldn't be able to commit. That's what I thought. You didn't think so?
He
No.
signed a post. He signed a post note, got a tattoo. That boy was in it to win it. We
In the
making it
beginning,
go. That little fight they had, I think they was really both just overreacting. She just keep. I told you last time. She got
mhm,
to stop with the. When you gonna love me? When you gonna love me? Do you love me today? Do you love me? Everything got to do with loving her. She'll make you a chicken sandwich. You'll be like, do you love me now? I'm like, what is going on?
right.
Hey, I told you I got love for you. I'm not in love with you. I got love for you. I don't want you to see. I don't want you to die. I like
Mhm,
coming home to you, but I mean, if you left today, I mean, I wouldn't be tripping. It ain't
mhm.
devastating. We ain't got there yet. It's only been 8 weeks.
Yeah. I do think that Stasha needs to pull back on that, but I don't think that she can. I think that's who she is. When you've been by yourself for a while and you're in a certain position, I talked about this on Tuesday, I think. When you're in your position at work and you just used to being, taking care of everything you need to take care of, it's hard to step back to let somebody in. It could be anybody. It's just hard to step back to let someone lead. And I just don't think that she's in that place to lead. I think that she's ready to be a parent. Yes. But I don't think that Nate is ready to be a parent. I don't think that Nate is ready to I don't know. He's not ready. I don't think he's ready for that type of lady. I don't think so. But
Yeah, I think he may. I think he may have jumped the gun.
mm-hmm.
She's talking about Nate need to play some stuff. Hey,
I think so.
oh no, hey,
I do,
man.
because I agree with Universal Advocate, because as I mentioned before too, like he said, remember when they saw everybody's house and stuff like that? And he
Mm-hmm.
originally was living with roommates. When he
Yeah.
signed that post up and afterwards, a couple episodes after, he was talking about, so if we break up, where am I going to go? Because this is your house. You know what I'm saying? So what's he going to do? So he clearly don't have a place of his own right now. And him saying what he say, he's making $100,000, and that he don't seem like that's enough to get him what he needs. So, and California is expensive, but I mean, you could find something to rent. Maybe
I'm
not
about to
to
say 100,000. You should be able to. I mean, it ain't rich like it would be like where I live at. That would be well off, Ohio. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, he wouldn't be poor though. He'd just be like middle class or something, probably.
Yeah, they have good chemistry. They will try. I think they look good together. So I heard someone say, maybe on Instagram or YouTube, somebody making little memes like, would be crazy if they were really like brother and sister. I was like, oh no, don't get that rumor started.
I don't know. I mean, I think he just going for it. I think that's his insecurity. I think he may have like bit off a little bit more than he could chew, but he feel like, well, I'm already in it. I might as well just keep going. This may elevate me. I feel like she gonna elevate him somehow, but she
Yeah.
gonna get on his nerves and doing it because
Hmm.
Sasha wants stuff when Sasha wants it. If Sasha want a baby at 6 months, on the 5th month, if they ain't got no baby, she gonna start panicking, and that's gonna get on his nerves. She a
Hmm.
control freak. That's her problem in our relationship. She's a control freak. And
Yeah.
that people will break up with you if you keep on trying to run my stuff. Like, You're gonna be like, all right, girl. Like, I mean, it was real, but the dinners in the house ain't even worth it no more. Every day it's the same question. I'm tired of this.
Well, it was the same every week, anyways, right? And we weren't there.
Oh, you
All
show
right.
no emotion.
Exactly. You know what? I think Nate showed as much emotion as he could, because you could tell when he was upset. You know what I'm saying? Without him like having to raise his voice and walk away, you could tell because he shuts down.
Yeah,
That's his
me and him get mad the same. So I was like, ooh,
Oh, you saw it coming?
that pot is steaming. I know it. I know that look. You like, she said one more thing. I'm about to just let it all out. I'm about to hurt her feelings. And that's exactly what he do.
Yeah. All right. So let's move to Lindy and Miguel. I'm really surprised that, and before I say this, Miguel and who was it? Alexis? The two people that to me had the worst communication wrote letters to their person. I was like, did they get together and talk about this? But I was surprised, as much as Miguel has talked about 8 weeks. I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do that. I'm surprised that he said yes. I know some people were talking about, well, he got her on the insurance card. That's easy to take care of. You get her on, get her off. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think that their paths lined up. He apologized for the retreat and being whatever he was going through, but I just think it was just a buildup of Lindy. I think Lindy would have said yes regardless. I think she wants to be somewhere in a relationship, being married, but I was surprised at this. Were you?
I was kind of surprised, but then I wasn't. I mean, she accepted him for all that crap. First of all, he played Dungeons and Dragons in his 30s. Oh, sir.
Everybody have a hobby. Doesn't matter how old you are. Everybody has a hobby.
Yes, but most people look at you like, yeah, I'm going to play Dungeons and Dragons this weekend. Like,
well, I know that's the stigma. And then in cosplay.
Yeah, didn't he come in as a samurai on the first day, or a ninja?
I don't know. I just remember that what was it? That bear costume when we first met him with the floppy ears. Was it a bear? Something.
Yeah.
Some kind of.
That.
Yeah.
I figured they wasn't gonna break up. I mean, all their arguments was dumb. It was really stupid. He was bad. He was having a bad day. Like everybody has a day where nothing just goes right. It don't matter what nobody do, you gonna be angry. And all that happened that day. He was mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you told me you ain't want to take no picture. Then I asked somebody else, and you get mad that I ain't asked you, even though you just got mad at me for asking you.
Yeah.
So I feel like, do I feel like they're gonna last? I don't know. I feel like they like the white Caucasian sex couple from a couple seasons ago. They break up and make up. That's gonna be their cycle.
Beth, and I never remember his name, but her name is Beth.
Jamie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't think they would work out or last either, but they still together. So I guess if they like it, I love it, right?
They a little off together. Two off people, it work sometimes.
Ooh, yeah, they're working. Universal Advocate says Miguel is calculated, but I like her thing, or I don't know if you're male or female, I'm sorry. It says my whole vibe is on do not disturb. I like that. So Miguel is calculated. I can see where you get that a little bit. Yeah, Jamie and Beth. Yeah, Sharon. So okay. I mean, I was surprised at that. And so let's just go ahead and get to the piece de resistance. Alexis and Justin. See, I wasn't surprised that in the package that they showed beforehand that Justin said, his answer was already yes. I wasn't surprised at that. I wasn't, because he figured like he gave up all this for Alexis, and maybe they had a good last night before, he had to go. He's like, okay, she'll say yes. But why did Alexis write that letter, say what she had to say? It seemed like she was trying to be genuine and pour her heart out into things just to say yes. They have an argument off camera. Honestly, I didn't even catch what the argument was about. I just know they were arguing. turned around, and now you said no. So this is the very first couple in Married at First Sight history who said yes and decided to divorce before the show went off for the day. What's that about? What is that about? Can somebody explain it to me?
I feel like that letter was meant to break up with him, and he
Oh
said,
yeah.
yes, and she thought he was gonna say no, so she switched the bottom of it. Like it was all written out, and then she just went solo. She just said, I'm gonna just go off the script. Yeah. So I'm gonna, when she lie, I'm starting
Uh-huh.
to peep how she lie. When she lie, her voice get high. Hey, oh, I chose you, babe.
Oh, you think
I'm
that's what it
like,
is? The nervousness of it all?
she be like, she's a pleaser. She want to please. She want to look good on camera. She don't want to look like a douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she really look like, because we all could tell you don't like him.
Right.
How you like and love him, and every time you get around people that don't really know him like that,
Uh-huh.
you talk about, oh, what you say about he had no stroke game or something, no no
Yeah, his thrust
thrust
game. Yeah.
thrust game.
I
Why
didn't
would
want
you
to visualize that at all. I did
right?
not.
Why would you tell the group that he has no thrust game? And even if the set wasn't as good as you thought it was gonna be, that
Mm-hmm.
was the he ran getting in this experiment, and y'all don't know each other. He already sensitive. He been celibate for a year. Like
Right.
he rushed it. He rushed it. Give him a break, Alexis. I mean, he wasn't getting proposed 2-3 times like you. Give him a
Right.
break.
Like you.
I don't know. I just felt like we all knew when, and then when they said yes, they didn't kiss, they didn't high five, they didn't hug. It
Right.
was weird. It was like a weird vibe. Like, oh, why? I thought we both was gonna say no.
Yeah, because even Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper was kind of like, huh, you're right. Well, let's get some champagne.
But
You know?
I think they both thought each other was gonna say no.
Uh-huh.
And then he said yes, and it threw her off, and she was like, well, I'm not about to look crazy on TV and tell them no. Then everybody gonna be all up on the comments going in on me. And
Too
she
late. You've already looked crazy on TV. We've already seen it.
And then the dinner made no sense. How you gonna get every time he say something, she always be like, oh, I'm not ready to answer this right now. When you gonna be ready?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we leave here, first of all, you airing our business out in front of the whole squad. Don't air nothing now you can't talk about. You done talked about it in front of them. We gonna solve it in front of them now. Too late. You can
Right.
yourself. You done came in my thrust game. You done came with everything else. All right, let's who can play that game. Justin is petty. He petty.
Yeah, he's on the petty side a little bit. But you know what though? She's done that. It seemed like every time there was a group setting with all the couples, she didn't necessarily have the best review of her marriage. She always said something, from meeting the families, telling his mama he's still celibate. You know what I'm saying? Up
Weird.
and
Weird.
yes, up until every meeting with the group, there was something like, oh well, we're still working on our communication, or just something not necessarily the best review, best positive. But I don't know, like
Why
why?
they always go last every time they had a couples thing? They will always start it and end it, and they would literally be the worst. They'll be saying all the good points, like you got to just learn how to trust him. And then, so how y'all doing? Terrible. He's still crying, But I'm
Right,
trying to work on being a team player because he's sensitive. Like what?
right. I think that she feels well. To me, a few people went through the motions. Alexis definitely went through the motions. Mitch went through the motions, and I'm still going to say Miguel went through the motions, even though he said yes. I think those three stayed to the end. I don't see the connections with the three that I mentioned with their spouses, even though Miguel said yes. Those three, I called out those three like almost every review, because it's like, why are we watching the same thing? For example, this Married at First Sight season for me didn't necessarily progress the way others have. They would like at least go to like the next milestone or the next hurdle, whatever. It was the same conversation like every week. Was it not, or is it just me, Devontae, and everyone in chat? Was it not the same thing? Like we didn't learn nothing new. It was the same like, Alexis and Justin is mad. Lenny and Miguel arguing. Here go Kristen sticking up for Mitch. Here goes, you know what I'm saying? It was just like the same thing over and over. Let's see the comments. Alexis really thinking I ghosted you on the dating site and I should have ghosted you after what happened to Newton. Right. Like we all know she never recovered with Newton, and she didn't recover, and neither did Justin. Justin was just trying to show like, hey, I'm here for you. This is what I did for you. This is my prized possession for you. So if you could stick it out, maybe we get past it, but she didn't care. Rhonda says she deserves Justin's pettiness. She gets all the smoke. She definitely does. Do you think that to everyone? Yes, Mom. Yeah. Over and over. Do you think that Alexis was this season's villain?
Yes, clearly.
Every season has a villain. Well, it could be Mitch. Some people could be Team Mitch on this one.
No. Not like her. Not like her. She told the whole wedding party, he's celibate, y'all. What?
Right.
I fell out my chair. I was like, what? I'd have been like, why my cousin married this girl? This is weird. Like, why did she just tell us about his sex? Like, this is grandmas and uncles and aunties and cousins that you don't talk to like that. Why are you telling my sexual status? That's weird. And I don't even know your family.
You think Morgan was the biggest villain?
Oh, I forgot about her. Yeah. No, she
I'll get to them in a minute.
She needed the most therapy. This was therapy at first sight. Everybody needs some type of therapy.
Yes. It's been that way the last couple seasons. Let's say the last 3 seasons, it's been therapy at first sight, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, because
you say Mitch hands down. I'm gonna have to make a poll about that. Who was the biggest villain on this season?
I don't know. It might be 50. It might be, I don't know. It might be all 3 of them.
Everybody get a piece of the pie.
Yeah, everybody get a little piece. But I mean, she was definitely the worst. She was the worst. She was literally the worst wife ever. The worst. She
the worst wife ever? No, we can think of
wife
other
seasons. For this season. I mean.
Oh, for this season? Okay.
This season, other than Morgan was, I don't know. Morgan might be up there because
thought she was better than Justin. Okay.
How though? I mean, she wasn't ugly though. I could say that she looked good.
Was attractive.
She was definitely attractive.
I'm
not gonna say ugly because
what I think Dolores means like she thought she was better, like communicating better, lifestyle better. I do this, that. That's what I think she meant, not by looks.
She that type of person that use a bunch of big words and ain't saying. She wasn't saying nothing. She was all the words. She act like T.I. That's what she do.
Oh my goodness. Surreptitiously.
Expeditiously. That's what she did.
Yes. Alexis was a villain and Mitch was mean and cruel in how he said things. Rhonda. But that to me, that would make him the villain too. The villain to me is somebody who really wasn't into the process, like the process of what Married at First Sight is, and just kind of like backed away, or maybe the way they treated. You don't necessarily have to treat your spouse like mean and ugly off top, but just the way that you just were standoffish. You know what I mean? Therapy at First Sight. Universal Advocate. It's not called Therapy at First Sight. It's called The Unmatchables. That's what it is. They only had one season. One season. They haven't been back since.
That season, that was crazy. I was surprised it didn't make it. But I don't know. Alexis, it's not solely her though. I mean, he a little off too. I already knew it when he told her he loved her the first day. Like, bro, what? You can't be first. You give this person don't respect you. You giving her too much kudos too soon. You don't know her like that. She can't trust the big butt and the smile. You ain't here. You don't remember the song? Like, what is you doing? Like, I mean, like, she been proposed to 3 times.
You know what? Shout out to Courtney and Eddie with YouTube channel. Matter of fact, happy birthday to Courtney. Her birthday is Saturday. So happy birthday to you. She's a member of Millennial and Mom. Happy birthday, Courtney. But that's what Eddie says all the time. Well, he did in the beginning of their reviews. Like, she's been proposed to 3 times.
That's a red flag.
That's a problem. You know?
That means you had to date somebody for a little while. I would think most people usually date a person maybe 6 months to somebody will propose to do an early proposal. You
Uh-huh.
had three. You dated over 6 months and got proposed to 3 times by 3 different dudes and then say yes. You
Right.
talk about you a runner. That's weird to me.
I
Like
think they were
sounds
on her
like,
football team. They were on her football team that she on. I think that those were those dudes we saw in the beginning.
or they was in jail.
That's a
I'm
different
like,
show.
that is some love at the lockup. She like that one girl on Love at the Lockup
This
that
season
had
or last
every
season?
prisoner, every prisoner kept calling her. She hang up with
Oh,
one.
that's Ty. Are you
Yeah,
watching the review?
yeah. I've been watching them. I gotta catch up.
I appreciate that. But Rhonda says they couldn't pronounce half the words. But you know what? That's true. They couldn't. Universal Advocate, I can't roll with you on that one because I'm a Libra, born on the day that it starts. So can't roll with you on that one. But I get your LOL. All right. Justin was infatuated with Alexis. I think Justin, Abijah, was infatuated with whoever he was with because he's the type that says, he wants to find love. He loves love. And so I think he's another one of those who, if you like me, I like you kind of thing. You love me, I love you. He seems like that type of person. Since he saw her on the app, possibly. I wonder how soon they saw each other on the app and said no before Married at First Sight for them to remember that. Because I wouldn't necessarily remember if I was on the app, which I'm not, to be swiping and be like, oh, that was you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how long ago was that? I'm just saying.
She knew she ain't like him. She knew it from jump. She played the game. I think maybe at first she may have tried to do like maybe I'll like him eventually.
Uh-huh.
I think once she kept playing him up here, we call it she played him cock. That's what we call it up here. Like she played
Oh,
left. That's how we say it up here. So
okay.
it's just like she kept playing him in front of. You're not about to keep playing me in front of everybody. Because I,
Mm-hmm.
I was Justin. I was like, hold on. You and your ugly dog. You ain't about to keep talking. Who do you think you are? We on the same show. You ain't better than me. We on the same show. So as pretty as you is, or whatever, how curvy you are, you still can't keep no man or get one. So
Right.
why you better than me? We
Right.
on
I think
the same show.
I think a lot of people forget that when they come on this show. We are on this show for supposed to be the same reason, went through the same process. So, I mean, even though you meet someone, you may not have the initial attraction, but at least try to give it a chance. And if you are honest at the end, if you don't want to go forward, just say that. You don't want to go forward. So, Universal Africa says, I wonder who Alexis was talking about when she said she was waiting by the phone after a breakup. I don't know. I don't think I heard that. Did you hear that, Devontae?
I heard it. She waiting on that dude from jail.
Oh my goodness.
He was talking about it was when what's her name? What's Mitch's girlfriend? Kristen. She was
Kristen.
talking about like Alexa was like basically how long would you leave that door open for Mitch? Like what if you just waiting by the door hoping he comes and it never happens? And
Uh-huh.
like I've had that when I was sitting there waiting by the phone hoping this certain person calls and they never call. So
Mm-hmm.
you basically bow out. But I mean, I that's weird. I'm like, so none of them three was the one you weren't waiting. How you waiting on that call if you denied the proposal? I'm confused.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out for the reunion. So let's just go ahead. Do we want to talk about the any more of the scene when they all met together with Morgan and Ben? Do we want to talk about them?
Morgan tried to show. She tried to look cute and all that, get being attention. She knew what she was doing, and I think they got like sexual energy. I feel
Morgan
like
and Ben?
yeah, they like each other's appearance. They would
Uh-huh.
have sex with each other. They would be good for like a one night stand. They don't need to be married. He's scary, but maybe not in the bedroom. But he's scary when it comes to like regular stuff because he said, I seen her at the gym. She was
Mm-hmm.
doing squats. He could have just
Yes.
said, I seen her at the gym. He said, oh, she was doing squats. We threw up the peace sign at each other.
Right.
And then she come with her little blouse out. Her little blouse. She's showing a little cleavage.
Mm-hmm.
She knew what she was doing. She tried. They the type of couple they'll end up doing something. just for the fun of it, but then don't like each other.
Right. They're like, I don't like you. Right. But you know what? When he said that, when Ben walked out, I was happy to see he looked like he was doing well, you know what I'm saying? But when he said, saw them at the gym and her at the gym gave the peace sign, I'm like, and we just went along by our business. I was like, oh, for real? Since when they started going to the same gym, I thought they didn't do that.
Right. So did y'all know each other already?
I don't know. Maybe those were some scenes we didn't see, like when they had the honeymoon and maybe one day at home together, one whole day, and they were talking about where they worked out. Because remember, she does that Muay Thai.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh, so where do you go? So maybe it was somewhere in there we didn't see. But if I knew that you were at that gym and all this happened, I wouldn't. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't go to that gym. I wouldn't. For what? Because I wouldn't want to see you no more. The way that they broke off and she told me, she don't trust me. I'm this, I'm that, just dogging you on camera. Nah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you don't have to not be cordial if you do see her, but just know that you go to the same gym. Nah,
I got a question though.
So
sure. What do you think? Like, if you was on this show, because I was thinking like maybe they'll be more successful if even if you said yes, y'all both don't move out y'all spots. Y'all spend a night over each other's house for a year and get more comfortable with each other. And then after a year, move in together. Then they'll at least feel sort of natural. It don't feel like you just jumped into my space and we got to figure out how to live with each other. Like, I mean, like, why we can't spend the night 3 days a week? We spend the bottle for whoever on the 7th day. I don't know.
No, because they've already technically lived together for 7 weeks. So a whole nother year is not going to make a difference. Either you could get along or you can't get along together. So I don't think it matters whose house it goes to. Because at first you're going to be uncomfortable no matter whose house you choose. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think living together any longer will make a difference. Because if you
I would have never moved into Stacha's house. Absolutely not. Ma'am.
See, I wouldn't either.
Ma'am, you're going to have to put this house on Airbnb, rent it out, give it to your cousin. I don't know what you're going to do, but I ain't moving in there. You're not about to give me... First of all, you got me sign a post now. So if you get a divorce, I don't even get none of this house. So
right.
What am I living here for? Because it's your house? And then you're going to keep on talking about, well, I always envision for my house. Well, you shouldn't have envisioned that by yourself. You should have stayed in your house by yourself. Don't invite me to live here and tell me I can't even pick a doorknob.
Right.
Match. It don't matter if it matches. It's our house. Give me a piece of, tell me what room I could decorate, at least bare minimum. Give me a little man cave or a closet. Give me something.
Right. Let me go ahead and say hello to everyone in chat if I didn't before. Let me go ahead and go back. So hello, Devontae, Dolores, Universal Advocate, Sharon, Abijah, Romel, who else popped in here? Rhonda, and everybody on the replay gang. Thank you so much for joining. But yeah, I agree. That's why I said I thought that Nate would say no. Because like I said, you can't even pick out no fixtures. And she's like looking at you side eye, like, no, I always imagined my house being a certain way. So, I don't see that in the same house. They definitely should get something together if they're still together. And so Universal says, I don't trust Morgan. She might make more allegations if they were intimate.
I don't think she's that crazy.
After the show? I don't know.
I don't know though, but that reunion that they showed, I was like,
I'm gonna get to that. That's why he said he got a new house. Who? Romel? Nate? He got a house or they got a house? It's got to be they, unless you're doing spoilers. And please, no spoilers, anybody. If you know them, no spoilers. I want to watch it in real time. All right, so that was pretty much about it. This season was pretty boring, but I see that the reunion is where it's going to be at.
Yeah.
So from now on, I think the Married at First Sight producers should do like first hour decision day, yes or no. They could have cut out the extra moving out and all. We don't care about that. And then the second hour, part 1 of the reunion. And the reason why I say that is because we're already seeing commercials about next season. Have you seen them? And if you haven't, we'll get into it after.
No, I haven't seen any.
You haven't? Okay.
Nope.
Ramel said, Nate said yes because he's moving in with her, meaning he got a house. No, that's still her house. Until she puts his name on a deed. That's still her house for now. But I don't know. I don't know if she'll be willing to put his name on anything, even though they got a post up. I don't know.
You might give that to him as a gift once they have a baby or something. Be like, I just want to give you something special, and you're on the deed now. Now you don't feel like I'm gonna put you out.
Right. I think that Morgan's crazy. Yeah, something's definitely up with Morgan's for sure. You like more? Universal says I like this season compared to last season minus Morgan. Okay. Everyone has their seasons they like. I have some personal seasons that I like too.
Who was last? Was that Brianna and Vince?
No, last season was got me thinking. What was her name? Wasn't Michaela on the last season? Universal, wasn't that them? Wait, it was the other Asian couple. It was
Bao and Honey.
Yeah, Mirla and another guy. Okay.
Oh, and Gil, that was last season?
That was last season.
Oh, I thought that was farther away. Okay, yeah. Mirla got a boyfriend. I seen her boyfriend on her little Instagram. She got a boyfriend now. She lived with me. They playing the game. I said, what?
Oh, she's not with Johnny?
No, she with some black dude or dark man. He look dark skin. If he ain't black, he's something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dolores says, what did Justin say about Nate at the reunion? We're going to get to that. I'm going to read the other questions. You haven't seen the commercials? Oh, maybe it was just me. Okay. I'll tell y'all about it in a minute. YJ saying, that's it. Nate hit on him. No, you didn't hear wrong. Okay, so at the reunion, Stasha said something to the fact of, where's my remote control? I'm going to go to the TV. Calling somebody a B word. She's like, you B, I would call them a B every day. I'm like, I know she's not talking about Nate. If Nate is letting you call him out his name, I know y'all not together. Because I don't see it. But that's what Stasha said, so we don't know who she was talking to. And then
Mitch.
Huh?
I think she was talking about Mitch.
Okay. I think so too, a little bit, yeah. And then they were getting on Mitch for how the season went, I guess. I didn't really hear what the conversation was. And then also too, Nate and Justin got into it in their own little way. And then Justin popped up and said, and I quote, is that why you was been hitting on me backstage? I said, huh? Hitting on you backstage. So apparently Nate is trying to insinuate, Justin is trying to insinuate that Nate has been hitting on him, making passes at him. So yeah. I don't even know what to think about that.
That's the biggest Married at First Sight plot twist in the world.
Yeah, no, we thought the plot twist was back with Paige and Chris. Remember that plot twist? Staying together. This is on a completely different level. And here's the thing. I think Justin should be very careful with that. Because you know what? Putting something out like that could be slander. And when Justin was saying that to Nate, he's like, well, I'm right here. They was about to come to blows. So, man, I wonder what really went down and like what was really said and how
said she felt like that Justin was doing that to try to get Alexis back.
What?
That's what she said. She said she felt like he was trying to do that. She was like, because you fight in front of your woman, that do something to us. That'll turn a woman on. I said, I mean, yeah, some women, if you got a reason to fight, now if you just pick a fight, that's lame.
Right. Sharon says they play with those clips. They do put clips together, Sharon, to make it seem like, but I don't know why that would be playing with those clips because Nate seemed like he was mad and Justin seemed like he was serious. So I don't know.
Nate wasn't mad enough. If he would have said that, I was like, what? What you just mad? Go ahead on, Justin. Come on, man. Now, come on.
Romel says, Justin give me liar vibes. I don't believe it. Okay. Sharon says, Nate don't like Justin. Never really even talked to him during the season except for the guys chat. All right. That's crazy. I don't believe Nate did that. No, I'm sorry. Nate didn't do that, Dolores. Justin was saying that about Nate. Justin said that to Nate.
Yeah.
Yep. This made me sleepy. What, the review or the season?
She said the season made her sleepy.
Oh, the season. Oh, sleepy. It was boring to me. Alexis actress. Yeah, we know that. And Sharon says, I agree with you about don't call out no mess like that on national TV. Exactly. Yeah, because some things you can't come back from. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of statement's gonna have to be put out in lieu of a possible slander lawsuit or something, because
Yeah, that'd be shocking
you
because
can't prove it.
I would have expected that maybe Nate would have been said that about Justin because Justin was the one who was girl. You
Right. I know
you
what you
you
mean.
doing all the feminine stuff all season long. You crying every other episode. Why you crying over another man's failed relationship, even though it's your wife keep running her mouth when it's couple time, when we chatting in the car. Ain't nobody tell you to go try to save her. You can't even save us.
Right. Abisha said, or Abisha. I'm sorry if I mess up your name. I apologize. I don't think that Justin was just in place of true overboard. Very, yes. Justin said Nate was making pass at him. Yes. He said pass at him, coming on to him. Those are Justin's words. That's word for word what he said. But you know what? Now that you know how they have those like living room scenes and the kitchen scenes where we just hear them and not
Mm,
see them, they need to have that in the green room because we need proof that this
yeah.
happened. Or otherwise, they shouldn't put it on TV because we're going to watch a reunion anyways to see what's going on,
Mhm.
right? And
Yes,
so,
we are.
and then Ben also blamed Justin, his bestie, who I thought, for breaking up his marriage. No, do you think he should have blamed Justin? Was he right, or should the blame be more so on Alexis?
I think they put that clip together. I don't think he said that. I think they edited that. That looked at very edited. I don't think that was Ben's answer. I think he said that yes to something else, and they just like spliced it together. But
Uh-huh.
he did say that. I don't think. Well, it was Justin's fault after the first incident.
Mm-hmm.
Because then again, why is my wife, you as my wife, why you ear hustling on my conversation? Even
Right.
if I'm talking to my boy, why you ear hustling? Like unless you heard something about me or
Mm-hmm.
about yourself. I don't think you need to ear hustle. And then you gonna ear hustle and then break the trust between us and
Yeah.
tell her, and now that's gonna mess up the relationship with my friend or a
Mm-hmm.
guy I'm trying to get to be my friend, and we can't be friends because he ain't gonna be able to trust me because you.
Right. But on the flip side of that, even though that is wrong what happened and how the information got back out, but for Morgan to just step away the way she did, not just once, but twice, that
Mhm.
makes me think, was Morgan really committed to this? Like, are you really committed? Because, like I said, the nursing thing, that's not a big deal. I mean, you're a nurse, you just didn't have a bachelor in nursing. You know what I'm saying? That's not a big deal. And the other things, I mean, didn't she say, or they say that Ben got put out the house and he went over to talk to Justin because, he just want to get an ear for someone who's going in through the same thing. But the point of Ben being over there on speakerphone, I mean, on FaceTime was different. So I think maybe Romel, sorry, Romel, that Morgan may not have been in it in the first place. So it kind of, there's lots of layers to this for me.
Yeah.
But to give up the friendship like that, I hope it is pieced together because I think Justin and Ben are on the same emotional level.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't be friends. I don't see why you would feel betrayed. You knew, we all know that was Alexis.
Uh-huh.
Justin never knew that that's what she was doing. So I mean, I really can't be mad at him. And
Mm-hmm.
then you gotta be mad at yourself. You called him again, knowing she be ear hustling. Soon as
Right.
I would have called out, I'd be like, "Who you around, bro? Where you at?"
Right. So what about the clip where I guess Justin had a lot of announcements on this show for the reunion that Alexis was knocking on the door trying to get in where, what they say, get in where you fit in. Didn't he bust her out like that? Talk about, you came over to my house. You came over after the show. So I guess Alexa was trying to I don't know, Maybe one last good time, I guess.
No, she may be crazy. She crazy. That's some craziness to say that my sex game is whack and then show up at my house. Basically, he basically said she showed up in booty call hours. So
That's what he's trying to
out
say.
the
Yes.
so if it's that bad, what you mean? I mean, well, it could have, but I ain't never heard no woman say be that desperate at nighttime that I mean, even if she had the urge that she was gonna mess with somebody that was terrible again. Nah, it ain't never. I ain't never heard no woman say that. I don't
Right.
think a woman would do that.
Yeah, unless she was comfortable and just like, oh, let me see how he's doing. She'll try to come up with some type of story as to why she came over.
She may
So
be crazy. I'm trying. It may not have been no 3 proposals. It might. I'm not adding no with this girl.
yeah. So next week it looks like it's gonna be a good reunion. It's gonna be 2 parts. We put it on our community tab, so if you didn't see what the show is gonna be, so next week is the first one, and then the following week is be part 2, and where are they now? So as far as
What happened in the you said you seen the preview for the next season. What
I
happened?
I
Where's
did.
that
Now
at?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it's in Tennessee. I'm gonna say Nashville. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure it's Nashville, but I think that it is. But they showed a clip of it. Might be at the end of the Married at First Sight if you have it on DVR. I don't know if they show it on streaming or not.
Mm-hmm.
But they show couples on the honeymoon, and somebody's already ready to walk away crying on the honeymoon. The lady is walking away from the man. It's talking about something like, I can't believe we're going through this already. And she's saying that it's done. So that was a clip that I saw. I saw it yesterday after the show. Yeah.
Okay, I think I may remember seeing that because the Tennessee part, I think that like made my memory come back.
Yeah. So, and then they're already casting for Denver, Colorado as well. So the experts are everywhere. Now, speaking of the experts, how come we didn't see Dr. Pia more than an episode and a half? I'm not even giving her a full up 2 episodes, an episode and a half, and then Devon more than a few episodes. Like, what was the point of even saying you had new people when we didn't see nobody?
Right.
So I think they need to get consistent with people, experts on the shows. If it's just gonna be Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper, just say that. We'll understand. Just say that. Don't bring in anybody new if they can't commit. So, because I was looking forward to hearing what Devon had to say.
Maybe they just like did a test run and see how like social media was gonna react. Like, wow, because I think social media liked those 2 editions. I did. I mean, I kind of miss Dr. Viviana a little bit though.
I can't say that I do.
My question is, though, for them to be experts, you see that the experiment will work if y'all are more involved. Why don't y'all get more involved every season? So that's just trying to tell me that y'all are really about the drama. And y'all really not trying to hook these people up and have successful marriages.
Right.
Where you will be more involved. If y'all watch it from afar, you would know, all right, I got to get over there. They in breakdown. Like, y'all should have been over there for Morgan and Ben. That would have never happened. You could have went and checked Alexis. Just because you hear something, you don't stay in your own marriage. Don't do that. That's not your friend like that for you to be trying to help her like that. And he didn't say anything. He was just venting. Everybody invented and said something crazy, but that don't mean the person that's just like how you feel at that time.
Yeah, so I just think that exactly they need to be involved as soon as they come home from the honeymoon. As soon as they not when they move in, like knock, 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 knock. Don't give them no thing to do, to come together as a couple. Talk to them first, see how things went. Because a lot of times that's whole true. Sometimes these couples don't make it past the honeymoon. They just don't. And when you're paired with a literal stranger, if you can't make it past the honeymoon, you're more than likely not going to say yes. You know what I'm saying? Towards the end. But that's just what I've experienced. I think they'll have more reviews if involved more in maybe longer marriages. Honestly, Abisha, I think that, like I said, this is season 15. They already taped 16, going into 17 already. I think sometimes shows, I don't know, they have ebbs and flows. Sometimes I think this one might be coming towards like the end of the the hype, honestly. So I think they either need to make it fresher or, I don't know, maybe branch out to, I don't know, maybe a different age group. I don't know, to make it fresh, because it's starting to become the same thing season after season. So I read that one already. What'd you say, Romel? Lex went to the club after the last group meetup. Probably did.
Probably with Morgan.
Probably did.
Lindy probably went out too.
They all probably went out. Now Kristen can let her hair down and be like, instead of like Team Mitch, she was like Team Kristen or whatever she says. So she needed to drink for sure. Kristen.
Right. Then they go try to sit there and lie talking about, we said no. I'm like, how y'all say no? Y'all hugged up over here.
Right. Holding hands.
Like, y'all the most affectionate people out here. Like, y'all don't stop.
Yeah. So, well, that was pretty much it. But I'm ready for the reunion. I will be live. It will more likely be me. That's all right, though. Be live next week for the reunion part 1 on Thursday, same time. Hopefully we get to hear that drama part 1. Don't have to wait till part 2, because you know how they do. They make us wait for the good stuff. So I'm ready. So all in all, what do we think about this season from 0 to 5? I'm going to say 1. That's okay.
I'm gonna give it like a 3.
A 3 midway?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was entertaining. It didn't like make me like I ain't watching this no more. But I feel like if next year is not really like legit, I don't know if I'll stop watching it, but I'm gonna just be like, I ain't gonna be pressed about it, because at this point it's starting to get faker and faker every year. It's like a series that after a while it's like y'all gotta either get some new experts or do something different. I don't know.
What I said. Make it fresh. Make it fresh. Do I think Nate and Stasha will get pregnant in a year? If they're together at reunion, I'll say yes. If they're not, then definitely no.
He don't need to put no baby in that girl. No. No. She's gonna have to wait till she's like 38 or something. Like, you're gonna have to give me a year to be with you. I don't know why she want a baby. You don't even know Nate that well. What you want a baby for? Y'all, you just got a house. You got a house. You ain't even got to finish the floors or finish the backyard. How you gonna do all that? You gonna be pregnant and doing all that extra stuff? What the doctor say? You need to sit down.
Right.
You're trying to do too much, and then you're gonna leave it all on Nate. And Nate might get overwhelmed and be like, I'm out of here. I can't do this. I'm out here.
Yeah. I think he's already overwhelmed, but if you ask me. Abhishek says 1. Dolores is 3, waiting for a reunion. Okay. Ramel 2. You said you would sleep, Ramel, so I'm surprised you gave a high 2. Universal Advocate says 4. Okay, so I guess the average would be, I said 2, would be 3 then. Average would be right in the middle of the 3. But I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, we need something fresh. I'm waiting on this reunion. I don't know. Do we think maybe there'll be another couple that's not together at the reunion? Because Lindy and Miguel giving me sitting across the way vibes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Never know.
Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate it. If you don't already know, I also review Love After Lockup. This season is Love During Lockup, season 2. I think it's a good show. It brings the drama. Do you think so, Devontae?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's me. Me and my wife watch it. So yeah, it's a good show, because like Ready to Love kind of fell off.
Yeah. It's on WeTV. If you don't know, it's on Friday. So check your local listings. My review of it is usually up Saturday evening for Love After Lockup, if you watch that. So you said you need a new host, Romel. I hope that, who's hosting the reunion? Did anybody notice? I forgot. Is it Kevin or is it Keisha or somebody else?
I think it was Kevin. It looked like Kevin.
Oh, okay. I kind of like skip past that. So, but all right, everyone. So thank you again. I'll be back next Thursday. Will y'all be here? I hope so. All right. Until next time, everybody have a good evening. Stay safe. Thank you.
Bye.
Everyone.